it's been amazing, and I don't plan on stopping. So thank you guys so much. I really, from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Oh man. Still learning the ways of Bushido, and hopefully one day I'll learn.
What is a duelist? Furthermore, what are rivals? A foolish dream for people to think that they can even challenge me. But what a turn of coincidence. As if almost as a service to everyone to stay home in fear of my power. Or should I say, our power. What's that? Am I afraid of some sort of revolt? Some sort of uniting of forces that could potentially serve as a threat to my reign? Ha! Let them gather as they might. Their numbers will be no match. I'll sever their ties to this mortal world and deal them the hand that they were ultimately given. Then, when the dust is settled, and they're all long gone, there will be an era of glory. A dynasty of true warriors. A saga of peace. Let's take them down.
Hello humans, Artist with the Fro here, and welcome back to the show. So, in the last video where we gave away some of the cards, we actually, like I mentioned before, we actually bought a few extra packs of things that we would need just in case something like the tribe infecting virus would have happened, and so that way we can make sure that we film enough content for you guys. And I think that since we had the Gold Sark tin opening, I think what we're going to do with the Ignition Assault opening might be a little bit different. I think I'm probably going to cut this into like 4s and split them up and have like 6 packs opening this day, 6 packs opening another day, 6 another day, and 6 another day. That way we can at least get 4 episodes out of this box. And then there's also the Soul Burner structure deck that we bought, which we can open kind of at another time, once the thing starts to mull over. There's hopefully a lot of cards that we can get out of this. We're still looking for the 3 visits, so anywhere between now and the other 3 episodes that are going to come out featuring this box, we're going to try to see what we can do. I think most of the other cards that we needed were in the end of the deck, or not the end of the deck, but the end of the box or the middle of the box. So most of the prismatic secret rares, etc., we're going to try to see if we can pull those things. So like I mentioned before, there are 24 packs in here. So if we make sure that we do the math correctly, I should be able to get 4 episodes out of this if I open up 6 packs each episode. So we're going to open it up, and I'll leave the packs in the background so you guys can see. I'll put the thing here. All right. We'll take 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom, and 2 from the middle. So I have 24 packs here. I'm going to take 1 here, 1 on this side. I'm going to take 2 from the middle. Oop. 1 from this side in the middle. 1 from this side in the middle. Can I grab 1 of them, please? And then we'll grab 2 from the very bottom. That way we can kind of like even it out. So I'll take those out. Grab this last one here. So that's 3 on that side. And I'll take these out and grab this last one here. So I'll move this back here so you guys can actually see that we still have packs to open. We have 1, 2, nope, I think I might have grabbed, nope, did we have it? Is my math correct? We have 6 packs here that we're going to open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. So we're going to do this for this episode, and then we're going to open up a few more in the future episodes. So that way we have enough days for us to spread out the content. After this, we're probably going to do what we usually do and have people, or rather have ourselves duel online, just to make sure that we can, like, you know, get the stuff that we need. So we'll duel, well, not duel online, but so that way we can give away some of the cards that we have. Megalith Ak is going to be our first card, followed by Katakuri Bronze Model, Kunzaman, Chronomaly Tespa Rocket, Daruma Dropper, Guard Ghost, I remember we were thinking about running this card, Megalith Emergence, Megalith Haggith, Megalith Aratron, and Ancient Warrior Lu Jing. At least we got 1 Ancient Warrior. Granted, we don't necessarily need him, so these 2 cards are going into the super box. These cards are going into the common box. Our common box is pretty much halfway full. We just need to get a few more cards for that. The super box is moving up as well. I'll take the back 3 cards here, And let's see, Doshin at Ignister. Dragon Maid Send Off. Head Judging, really good card. It saved us in a few duels. Guard Ghost. Katakuri Gamma Model 4624. Time Thief. Chrono Quarter. I'm either saying Time Thief or Time Treef. Cataclysmic Crested Calcifida. And Wing Pegasus at Ignister, followed by Plunder Patrol Shipyard. There's going to be a lot of cards that we're adding to the Super Tin. I see 9 Lives Cat. We're going to take the top 3 here, move them up there, and then finish off. Right. So Katakuri Cash In. Move these without getting the other cards. Tai Strike. Doshin at Ignister. 9 Lives Cat. Donyaribo at Ignister. Megalith Emergence. Whoever is going to get that common tin is going to get a lot of cards here. Lingaribo. And Plunder Patrol Shipyard. Oh, and a Megalith Ock. What you're noticing is that I actually have already one Lingaribo. I'm not sure if we should put the other one in the binder as well. I don't want to have multiples. I want to make it a little bit fair. So we'll put that on that side. There is a Lingaribo in the binder already, so that card's going to go into the Super Tin as well. The Super Tin has a lot of really good cards in it, probably more so than the binder itself. We'll move these over. There we go. I wonder if this is a common. Nope. All right, let's see. Obsessive Uvaloop, followed by Chronomaly Tespa Rocket, Megalith Bethor, Double-Edged Sword, Megalith Haggith, 9 Lives Cat, Donyaribo at Ignister, Time Thief Perpetua, and Sky Striker Maneuver Scissors Cross. All in the Super Tin. And our common tin is going to be even more full. I ended up taking 2 of the, in that last video where we had the blunder with the Gold Sark tin, but we did get the promo pack of Field Centers. I ended up taking the cards that were in there, moving these over so that way we can see. This might be a common card, but I'm not sure. I ended up taking the promos, so the Field Centers, and I put them into the common box, just to make it a little bit more enticing. So, we got Megalith Portal, Megalith Bethor, Feedran, Feedran, Megalith Haggith, Ghost Meets Girl, a Mayakashi manuscript, Disposable Learner Device, I'll move my thumb out the way, I think it's kind of in the shadow, Doyon at Ignister, Annihilator Archfiend, and Obsessive Uvaloop. Alright, so that's going there, and our last pack, we had 1 Ancient Warrior card. We pulled 1 of them. Let's see what we can do here. Hiyari at Ignister. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's make sure none of these cards have any prints on them. We want to make sure that all of these things, is that a super, wait a second. Okay, Transicata. There we go. Alright, Transicata, Eyeshadow, Time Thief Retrograde, Megalith Ock, Hiyari at Ignister, Armory Call, Gravity Controller, hey, Whitebeard, the Plunder Patrol Helm, and Fire Phoenix at Ignister. So Fire Phoenix is going to go here, Whitebeard is going to go into the binder. So that's going to close us out for the for this episode of the sealed part of it. The next part, of course, as usual, is to go over on Twitch or YouTube, and we're going to kind of like, continue with the stream. All of these cards are going into the Super Tin, so you're going to have the chance to get Lu Jing. There's a Lingaribo now that's in the Super Tin, Ultra Tin, etc. And then Whitebeard is going into our binder, as well as Doyon at Ignister. All of these common cards, of course, are going with the commons. So join us over on the other side where we switch to the stream.
So, there's only one duel that we're going to be showcasing today, and this is against the Inferior Owl, otherwise known as Sour Apple. He's playing his Rocket deck, and this is kind of one of those things where we're looking at the metagame as it is, and we're trying to focus on how our type of deck is going to combat against something like this, even with Master Rule 4 still in play. Now keep in mind, this is one of the things that I do want to advise everybody on, is that when Master Rule 5 comes out, be mindful of decks like the Rocket Revolt structure deck, because something like this link climbing and allowing to special summon multiple monsters is only going to get more and more sort of intense as the restrictions for having a link monster in the extra monster zone go away. So Inferior Owl is one of our, I guess you would call him a kind of our rival per se. He definitely gives us a good challenge, and he's also won a lot of cards on the giveaway stream, so please make sure you guys watch those as well. Just a little bit of like a side plug, but I digress. Going back to the actual duel, he ends up summoning Boral and Dragon on me, and this is one of the things, again, where we mentioned like having Super Poly as an out is really good. So once we summon Borreload Furious by taking his Boral End, he kind of just quits that round. Now we're going into the second round, and we're going to go and see how far we can actually get. He starts off first with Star Liege, of course, keeping in mind that this is a sped up video, so I'm not going to be able to follow 110% unless I speed up the volume of my actual voice and my own sort of like dictation. But watching what he's doing and just seeing at how fast and how sort of competent he's able to get all of his monsters out is the primary challenge for us. So looking at the deck where it is, trying to figure out like what we need to summon and how we're going to get over a card like this is the main concern. Boral's Sword can thankfully be taken with Mind Control, and then from there we can definitely link summon. Now I can't attack with Boral Sword, so I end up going for Land for Linkus. So it was a good way, it was rather a good thing that we sided in Land for Linkus into our deck. However, you guys might not be seeing that until episode 12, I believe. 9, 10, 11, 12, I have no idea what episode we're up to right now. I'm just recording this as we go along. But just to keep in mind where we are in the duel, we have Land for Linkus on the field, Ancient Warrior Saga, Defensive Changban, sort of on the field as well. And we have a Zhou Gong in the graveyard, so he's not really going to be doing much to help us out. But again, just looking at how recursive the Rockets are in total, or rather in general, is another thing that we need to keep in mind, and looking at how fast they're able to just bounce back from certain decks. And I think that's the biggest thing that sets meta decks apart from rather rogue-ish style of decks, is their ability to then bounce back after, let's say, they've been comboed into, or let's say they've been like destroyed. And just seeing how fast he's able to really just bounce back from us kind of taking the advantage in that in that second turn. So he's able to get out Boral Sword, he's able to get out Boral End, he summons Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and we're kind of just looking at our field where it's just like, there is no way. There's no conceivable way that we can get over this. And thankfully he doesn't have Borreload Savage, but it's still just like, man, look at this field. Like, how are we supposed to combat something like this? But anyway, we try to go for it. I summon Liu Xuan, which then allows me to get Zhang Day, or rather Sun Mo, to the field, and then Sun Mo lets me search for Zhang Day thanks to the effect of our 3 visits. Now, I'm going to go into sort of Zhang Day's effect, sending a card back to the hand. Then I'm going to look at my hand and I'm just like, well, yeah, there really is not much we can do. I think this was before we had Boral's Sword, or rather Boral and Dragon, kind of like a little bit of a spoiler. But we end up getting another structure deck that we end up opening up here on the channel, so please make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But I'm looking at my field again, and this is one of those, this is one of those things where we're looking at it and it's just like, there's actually ways that we can combat against certain decks like this if we didn't have the restrictions of Master Rule 4. So just being restricted to only having Land for Linkus and Tiger King, it's just looking at the field like, damn, like there's Savage Dragon, he still has Boral Sword, he still has Red Eyes Darkness Metal. It's like, there's no way. There's honestly no way that we're going to conceivably win against this type of deck. So he's just going to kind of like run into most of my monsters. And I think he takes it for game because there's nothing. I draw Super Poly, but it's like Super Poly's not going to help me out right now. I can at least get rid of 2 of his cards. But even with the Red MD and Boral Sword, it's just like I can try to get rid of 1 of them, but it's not going to work. My best bet was to have taken out Red Eyes Darkness Metal, but looking at his field, and then he possibly also has the hand advantage too, it's just like there's nothing that we can do. So we're going to take a little bit of a, I guess not even like a side thing. It's really just him running into the rest of our deck and just like decimating us, which is probably going to move us into round 3. So he summons Rocket Tracer, he ends up summoning another Rocket Dragon, and this is when he goes in for the attack, and we move on to round 3, the last round, and I decide to side in Nibiru, and I take out a Guan Yun, just to try to hope that we can potentially get the card. Starting out, of course, with Boot Sector Launch, one of the most fair cards in the metagame and one of the best cards for, you know, a deck that doesn't really need any extra help special summoning. But he's able to get off the first 2 monsters off the bat, and then he's going to go into Striker Dragon, which will search him another Boot Sector Launch just in case he needs it. He then summons Duelingus Dragon, and then ends his turn with a Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Now, we try to get rid of that of the field spell as fast as possible. I don't really care for what he has in the back row. Getting rid of both of my Changban bridges is fine to me. And it's also great to see that when folks host our stream that we actually might get a few more followers. So Star Liege has 3,000 attack. We're able to go into Honor Arc. We take sorry, not the Star Liege. We take the Chaos Dragon, and then he summons Star Liege to then get Striker, to then get Boot Sector Launch, and then he ends his phase. Now we're looking at our hand, and it's just like, all right, so how are we gonna? It's kind of like a deadlock. Up until he gets Striker Dragon, Rocket Tracer, we're kind of just looking like, well, there really isn't much that we can do for now. So he summons Boral Sword. He's gonna go in for the attack. Am I gonna activate an effect? I'll activate Changban and I'll normal summon, but this is the part where I actually messed up, and I should have summoned something else instead of going for the actual turn that we did. So Boral Sword, we could have went for Zhang Day, and that probably would have saved us maybe another turn, but just looking at the field, it's just like, damn, like if only we had planned this accordingly. Mind Control is not going to help us out, although we could go for it if I had another monster. There really isn't anything else I can do at this point. So Star Leech is going to take the game, and that's going to be it for this part of the stream. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I've been your artist with the Fro, and that, my friends, is the show. Thanks for watching.
I beat you, and you lost to GhostTricks of all decks.